Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Krista. I am the owner of Krista Gabriel's Designer brand, custom fashion designer, sewing tutor, and now new author. I am a new author. Thank you guys so much. You know what time it is. It is 6 p.m. on a Friday, and it's time for Creatives Talk. So as you come on in, you could say, hey, don't be a stranger, say hello. And you can possibly let me know where you're joining us from. This evening, we have the beautiful Akia Nicole will be joining me, and she will take the floor and tell you exactly where she's from and the type of fashion she does. She will share everything that she would love to share with us. She's going to share with the viewing audience this evening. So as you come in, you can tag a friend, share, someone who would love to be a part of this live, tag them and let's go. So Akia, I see you're online with me, so I'm going to add you now so we could start. So I'm just waiting for you to come in. I think I did add you, right? Yeah, I invited you. So as soon as you accept the invite and you come in, nice.
Back it up.
Hi. Hello.
Let me see if I can. I have my camera sitting up on something.
And it's out.
Let me see. Is that better? I may just have to hold it.
Okay, got it now? Nice. Good evening, Akia. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. So as they come in, they will hear you and listen to you as you share about your business. I also share the live on Facebook, so my viewers on Facebook also see the live, and I also put it on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay. So you can start off by, introducing yourself, your business, where you're from, and, just give us a little information about who Akia is.
Okay, I will do that in 1 minute. My phone.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Because I didn't realize that when you go live with, I guess with two people, the screen is like shorter.
Get smaller. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, good.
So can you repeat that? Because I had totally missed the question.
All right. So we will start off with, you can introduce yourself and your business. Just tell everybody who Akia is, what your business is about. Just give them a little insight into what you do.
Okay, so hi, my name is Akia, and I'm the founder and designer of Akia Nicole. Akia Nicole is a resort wear brand for women to help them feel beautiful and confident while traveling. So in the short term, I design clothes to help you look good on your vacation. But in addition, these pieces are very versatile, so you don't necessarily have to wear them on vacation, but you can wear them when you're lounging at home or you're just around the house or when you're running errands. They're very comfortable. And my newest collection I designed because, we're still in a pandemic. A lot of people were spending time at home. So I wanted pieces that you could wear at home. But then when you look forward to your next vacation, you can pack them for that as well.
Right. Nice. So when you're creating designs, how many pieces of one do you do, or is it just exclusive to one?
So I use a made to order model. So I'll design like samples and then have those photographed and then put those on the website. So I don't necessarily produce anything until somebody orders. So once you come and order, then I'll actually take the fabric, put the pattern down, cut it out. And this way, there's a couple things. One, it allows me to reduce overproduction. I know as fashion, brands tend to overproduce and then you don't have anyone to sell it to or nobody wants it. So it helps me to cut down on that. But two, it also allows me to offer custom sizing. So sometimes I will get women who says, hey, I'm a little bit taller. Can you make this a little bit longer? So because it's not made already, I can be like, yeah, I can make it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'm curvier at my hips, but I'm smaller on the top. Can you make it to fit my measurements? And I can easily adjust those because the item is not made. So that's why I like to use the made to order item. I think in the future I may change it. We'll see, because it can be a lot, because, you know, if you get too many orders at once, you have to kind of cut off the orders because it can get overwhelming just being like one person. So I may think of some things in the future to where, you know, some of my best sellers, maybe I'll start to make a few of those up front since I know that people like those. But I think I'll always continue to offer made to order in some capacity just to give people that exclusivity and that customer service that they may need for sizing.
Okay, so if someone sees a particular design, right, and you said, you know, sometimes a customer would say, I'm a bit taller, I'm a bit curvier. So at any point, do you like cut off and say, okay, I don't want too many persons wearing this design? I mean, not at the customer at the moment, but in your mind, do you have like a number cutoff point, or you will just sell as many as you can sell? As can be sold.
I guess one, it depends on the fabric, because some of the fabrics that I source is only available in small quantities. So say if I find a fabric and I can only make 10, so it's like it'll only be 10 of these made and that's it. But if there is something, like if there is a fabric that I can make more items, then I'm willing to make a little bit more. So I don't think I necessarily have, I guess I don't have definitive cutoffs, but it varies from item to item. I mean, I don't want 1,000 women walking around in the same thing, because I know like one thing for me is like when I go somewhere, I don't want to see someone in something I have on. Like I don't want to say, oh hey girl, we got to see her. I want to have my own designs. You know, I want to be looking good. Someone say, hey, where'd you get that from? And I'm like, oh, this was made just for me, you know. So
yes,
I would say it just depends on like the fabric, but a lot of the fabric that I do source is only available in limited quantities. So that, you know, that automatically will allow me to have a cutoff.
Okay, understood. And can you tell the viewers where you're based?
Oh, I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. Okay, that's the US for those who may be looking at the replay who do not know. Atlanta in the US. Okay, so Akia, I see that you're into sustainable fashion, right? Correct?
Ma'am.
Okay, so tell us why did you get into that? You know, how has it affected your business in any way, or do your customers appreciate that aspect of your business, and does it attract more people? Or because I know sustainable fashion, some people honestly don't care because they probably do not understand or do not know. But how has it affected your business going in that direction?
I will say, well, I think when I started my business, I was working in corporate for a major retailer, fashion retailer. But you just see how much stuff goes to waste. Like we have like 50,000 units of one style, then we don't sell them, then we got to mark them down. And you just see the cycle of that, and just a cycle of like fast fashion. So when I started a brand, I'm like, okay, I like to travel. So, you know, I like the world to look beautiful. So it's just like, how can I do my part, you know, to limit, you know, overproducing, and then limiting the impact on the environment. I know that, you know, what I do is small in comparison to the whole world, but I feel like every little bit counts. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why I started the made to order model, just so I don't have to overproduce. And it's just like, if I have fabric left over, I can always, because it's not made into anything, say if somebody doesn't, like if a style doesn't sell, I can just make a new style with that same fabric. So it's not noise. And then, yes, was there a two-part question or just a one-part?
How has it affected your business?
Oh, how has it affected my business? I would say a lot of people don't understand it. So I feel like it's really a matter of educating people. I feel like a lot of consumers are starting to shop with brands and look for brands that are more sustainable. But it really is
Mm-hmm.
that education piece, because there's a lot of people who know about it, and then there's a lot of people who don't know about it. And when you think
Right.
about like the general consumer, if you're shopping at a fast fashion store, they're not
Right.
talking about sustainability, so it's almost foreign
Yeah.
to them. So that's why I've been trying to post a little bit more, and
Mm-hmm.
talk about it like in my IG, lives and stuff. But I think
Mm-hmm.
I think the more I'm starting to talk about it, the more people are like, oh, I never knew that, or oh, I really love shopping from sustainable brands. So I haven't necessarily seen much of an impact from it now, but I think
Okay.
going forward, I will.
Okay. So, do you have any pieces that you can show viewers
So
on
I
it?
have
No?
one.
Okay.
This is a captain. I don't know if I can lift the mannequin up. Let me see. So this is a ZZ captain. So you can kind of
Right. This is the one. Yes. This is the one I've been seeing on
yep.
Instagram. Yes.
So it has the V-neck in the front, and then it has the V-neck in the back. And
That's right.
it's very free flowing, so it's flattering on all body types. And I just
Mm-hmm.
really love the print. So this is an exclusive design. Like I probably can make about like 7 of these ones, and then that'll be it for this fabric.
Yeah.
I sourced it from, there wasn't a lot left. So this one is definitely exclusive. And then today I'm wearing the Nairobi robe. So I just have like a knit short set. It's like a tank top. I'm not
Okay.
with the camera, but some shorts. But I just have it draped over. And I really love this robe. It's comfortable enough to wear around the house. And I just got back from vacation, so I wore it when I was like in my room and on the patio. So it's just a very comfortable piece, and it's a great layering piece because, like I said, I have like a knit short set on today, and I was just a little bit chilly from the air conditioner, so I'm like, oh, I'll just throw this on. But those are all the pieces I have out right now because I'm in the process of like reorganizing because I just got back from vacation. So.
Okay. So, Mr. COVID himself has, shut down places, businesses, running rampant for it's about 2 years now, right? About 2 years.
Almost.
So how has COVID affected you, your business as a small business owner? How has it been good? I mean, I've spoken to some persons in weeks past, and some people would say it's bittersweet. Some people would say it has been good to them. Some people say not so good. So how has it been for you and your business?
Well, I think last year it was good. Surprisingly, I think the challenging part was because I designed resort wear and things for people to wear more so on vacation. People weren't traveling last year, but there was a big need for masks. So I just pivoted to making masks, and that really helped like drive sales for me. And that lasted pretty much the rest of 2020. Like that really kept me through. And then this year, I will say with people, even though COVID is still around, people are starting to travel again. But that's why I wanted to design the collection to where, if you're not traveling and you're at home, you can still look it at home.
Right.
If you are traveling, you can take these pieces with you. So I think just having that mentality just really helped me this year. But I would say this year, because traveling is picking back up again, a lot of people are shopping for their vacation. So it has picked up. So I will say it's been bittersweet because, I think mentally sometimes you're like, what am I supposed to do? I think in the beginning you're like, well, what am I going to do? Like, I don't know what to do. But I think this time has definitely allowed me to kind of slow down, pause, like get more clarity on my business too, and just think of new strategies. Like I've been able to take courses and different things that, if I was always on the go, like
you would not have been
I
able
wouldn't have
to
had
do.
the time to do it. So I think that I've really had time to just like focus on building my brand.
Okay. So things have opened up all the way in Atlanta, or there are still some restrictions, or what?
Well, Atlanta has pretty much been open. Unfortunately, they were like one of the first. Well, Georgia in general was one of the first places to open up last year.
Okay.
So yeah, the South in the U.S. they need to close, but.
Okay, because where I'm at, restrictions are now starting to be lifted. We have been shut down for a really long time. Last year we started back to open up stuff, and then April this year everything got shut down again, like completely. Businesses that were still running last year, everything had to close. So we're only now starting to, reopen, and so, you telling me Atlanta and everything closed.
Yeah, we've been open.
Ooh, oh my goodness. I can imagine. So things have just been, so restaurants, everybody have just been open? Oh
Mhm.
wow, okay.
I mean,
Wow.
it probably wasn't the best decision, but
But it was okay. All right,
mhm.
okay. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. We're in
Right.
2021 and things are still moving, so you know. So, as a designer, what has been some of your biggest challenges? If you had and have had any challenges, what are you could give me like one or two of your biggest challenges that you have ever faced as a designer?
I would say the biggest challenge is probably just being a one woman show and just trying to do all the things like
Mm-hmm.
you're the designer, you're the creative director, you're the marketing
Mm-hmm.
person, you're customer
Yeah.
service, you know, just trying to juggle all these things. And I still work a full time job. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot. Like, I feel like a
Okay.
lot of times,
Oh,
like,
so right now you're still working full time as well.
yeah, I still
Okay.
work full
Okay.
time as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
So
Yes.
I think just trying to juggle all the things by
Mm-hmm.
myself, um,
Mm-hmm.
that has been a challenge. And then I think too, just the learning aspect, because I think sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you feel that you have to learn everything on your own. And me, I like to learn things on my own. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, I'll just figure it out. I'll just figure it out. But I think like this year, I got to a point where I was like, okay, for marketing, I'm like, I need to learn how to market. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I don't really know marketing, so that's why I invested into a course. I'm like, let me just invest into this course. I think it'll be a good return on my investment instead of trying to go the DIY route, which I feel a lot of people
Right.
because you don't have capital. But then you just have to start looking at things as, okay, is this going to be an investment that's going to help my business? And
Yes.
once you start to
Yes.
have that mindset, I feel like you're more open to
Yes.
learning or hiring
And
coaches.
you actually see how it benefits you in the long run, it's
Mm-hmm.
very true. Not everything, um I mean, there are things you can do on your own, as is rightfully said, DIY, but I mean, sometimes when you really want to advance in something, you need to put in the investment. You need to invest in yourself, you need to invest in your business. I mean, that's just the way it is. Because not all information, the information that you really need to help you would be free. you
Absolutely.
know, you know, um, the free information can only take you so far, but
Yep.
sometimes when you invest in yourself, it can really get you to a point that you need to where you actually see growth and you actually see a change, the change that you want to see, you
Yes.
know. So that's true. That's good. That's good that you did some courses, That's good. That's good. So I guess eventually, is it your goal to future wise hire someone to assist you in certain areas?
I think eventually, I would love to bring on like some independent seamstress,
Mm-hmm.
just to help me with the production aspect. Because I feel
Yeah.
like, I mean, I do enjoy the sewing, but it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like if I had help with that, then my turnaround times would be a lot faster. And then I
Mm-hmm.
would be able to make more than just
Yeah.
like what I can do with one
Yeah.
person. So I feel like that would be like probably like the first person that I would hire. And then the
Right.
second person would probably be like a web developer or something. I've done my website
Mm-hmm.
myself, but I know that there are different ways to make websites that are a little bit better. So I
Right.
feel like I would bring somebody on there, really just focusing on the aspects too of the things that I don't know. Like I said, like I've learned marketing, and I think it's good that I've learned it myself. But if I could have
Mm-hmm.
brought on a marketer, I'd have been like, let me just let me just outsource
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that is the goal, to essentially build a team. But it'll just happen one step at a time.
Yeah. True. True. So Akia Nicole has been in existence for how long?
I'm like, what year is it? Going on 6 years.
6 years. Okay.
So 5 years. I started in 2015.
Okay.
Going on
Okay.
6 years. But when I started, well, funny story. The first collection I ever designed in
Mm-hmm.
college, I was just like my senior year. I'm just like, oh, they have an end of the year fashion show, and I'm just like, oh, I want to do a
Right.
fashion show. So I asked my roommate to do it with me because she was a fashion designer as
Mm-hmm.
well. And I'm like, we should do this resort wear collection. It's just gonna be all white, like all white collection. So we did that
Uh-huh.
collection. But then then I was like, okay, I can, that's the first time I started like sewing and stuff. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
I'm here.
my back. Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, this could be something. So I would say probably like 2 years, probably around 2 years post graduation. That's why I'm like, okay, I really want to do
Mm-hmm.
something. So I opened a shop on Etsy and I started with a holiday collection. So that was more like sequins and like faux
Okay.
fur and like really things you would wear to like holiday events and stuff. And then
Mm-hmm.
my next collection was like a resort wear collection. So I started like flip flopping between the two where I would have like holiday and then do
Right.
resort. And then I think probably in
Okay.
about like 2017, I was just like, maybe I should just do resort because I started traveling more. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I really just love resort, like free flowing pieces and pieces that you
Right.
can wear on vacation. And it was hard for
Right.
me to find things to wear on vacation. So I'm like, maybe I should just completely do resort and don't focus on anything else. So
Okay.
I niche down, and that's how I'm here today.
Well, that's good. At least something inspired you to go in that direction. That's always good. That's always good. So, um, we have the pieces in you. So that piece that we just saw on the dress form, that's from your newest collection, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So anybody who wants to make a purchase, they go into your website.
Yep, they can go to Akia, AKIA, Nicole.com.
Okay. And reaching you on Instagram, that's in your bio as well. That link in your bio to get to your website?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So guys, you see you can get her on her website, Akia Nicole, and you name the business after yourself.
Yeah, so Akia Nicole is my middle name. So
Right.
I remember when I wanted to start, I'm like, what should I name it? And I was just thinking of all these ideas, trying to like
Mm-hmm.
figure it out. And then I'm like, why don't you just use your name? Because that's what most
Right.
designers do. And then I'm like, okay,
Right.
I'll give it a try. And then
Well, girl,
I love
I
it.
wanted to do the same thing, but they said I couldn't name the business after myself, so that's why I put designer's brand behind it.
Oh,
I still don't understand it to this day because there are designers here in Trinidad with their business as their name. Yeah.
yeah,
But we'll leave that, all of that out all of those things, right? But
right.
I just love that, because I mean it's a representation of you. So that's why, I loved, the Akia Nicole, it's your name, I just love that about the brand kind of thing. So Akia, before we leave, because I see it's almost 6:30, what would you tell someone who is interested in becoming a designer now, knowing what the industry, the way it is today? What are some encouraging words or some points you'd like to give someone wants you to mentor them? I'm really interested in becoming a designer. I love the work that you do. Exactly what advice would you give them?
I would say just start. And the reason I think a lot of people with design, they probably think, oh, there's too many designers. There's too many, there's already 50 people doing this. I can't do this. And there's room for you too. So within starting, knowing that there's room for you too, and no one's going to do what you do. No one's going to do it how you do it. And I think just at myself, I think sometimes I shrink back when I see other people and I'm like, oh, well, they're doing the same thing. And I have to be reminded, like, the people I serve are going to be different from the people that you serve. The people that want to buy from me are going to be different from the people that you want to buy, that want to buy from you. and there is room for me, and my gift is needed. So I think I would just let them know that you got to just start. There's room for you too, and your gift is needed. And just have that confidence to know that you can do it. Because I think a lot of times that self-doubt just starts to creep in, and you're like, oh, I can't do it. Just take it
Yeah.
one day at a time. Like, it may seem big in the grand scheme of things, like, oh, there's so much to do, but you just have to take it one day at a time, and you will get there.
Okay, and since you're from Atlanta, you're in Atlanta. Anybody who wants to travel there, visit there, where's the first place you tell us to go?
The first place.
To try to visit.
One of my favorite places is the Atlanta Botanical Garden. So it's a really pretty garden. So you can walk. I mean, it's an outdoor garden, but they have like a bunch of like, I don't want to say leaves, but like flowers and stuff. And I just feel like I'm an outdoorsy person. Like, I love being outside. I love the outdoors. So I feel like that's fun to sightsee. There's 1,000,001 places to eat, so I can't even give you one off the top of my head. So many places to eat.
Right.
And then if you want like some historical stuff, you can go downtown. They have like the MLK, I think a house like where he lived, and then they have the Ebenezer Church where he used to preach at. So they have that downtown. Okay. And then the Civil Rights Museum, that also is very rich in like history, just in like the Civil Rights era. So I feel like I named more than one, but give you a few different options.
Well, Akia, it was very nice to have you. I am thankful that you said yes to this live this evening. Anybody who wants to reach wants to get in contact with Akia, please follow her page. Go on her page. You can see all the beautiful stuff that she does. Okay, and you could connect with her there. Like, follow, share. Show the support, people. Show all your support. And thank you so much again, Akia. It is truly appreciated. I will send you the link. I will share the link with you via email. You can send me an email afterwards, right? And I'll send it to you. And have a wonderful Friday evening. And we will chat.
And
okay?
Thank you for having
Bye.
me. Bye-bye.
You're most welcome. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us.